Hello guys, it's me, that guy Sparking Link. Today I decided to make a cuphead guide and also a mugman guide that we'll be talking about later in this video. Without further ado, let's get started. So one thing that you gotta do when you're playing as Cuphead, you gotta make sure that you hit your parries. Otherwise you'll miss just like how I missed in this video. But don't worry, this is how you parry right. Basically, you gotta make sure that the enemy is under you, then you press the parry button and boom bada boom, you get a parry. Which is pretty easy. You can do this in all sorts of places, like around corners and all that. But some killers will realize that you're just gonna be sitting there and jump and parry you, so they don't go under you, so you can't get the parry. Hitting your parries isn't always easy, so you gotta make sure they're under you, or else you'll miss. They will hit you, you might get down. I miss my parries a lot and I just mostly die, but sometimes I'll make it out. Alright, so when it comes to Cuphead, you gotta make sure that you get your dashes. So, most of the time you're running from the killer. The killer is hitting you. You're taking a lot of damage, so you gotta dash out the way. And sometimes when you dash, you might accidentally dash the wrong way and hit a wall, and they're still chasing you. Sometimes I do that a lot, and it just kind of messes me up a lot. Last but not least, we have the Super Art 2 for Cuphead. So for Super Art 2, you gotta make sure that you have 3 cards for Cuphead to use Super Art. Basically what it does is, yeah, it just makes you gold, but here's a twist. It just basically gives you invincibility for a few seconds. So yeah, you gotta be very, very careful when using this, because you gotta use it at the right time. If you're like at 10%, you gotta use it right then and there, or else you'll just die. Especially if you're in solo, you better use that right now. Also, if there's minions, use it immediately if they're all ganging up on you.
Step off! Step off! Shit! They jumping me! They jumping me!
Alright, it's time for Mugman. So when it comes to Mugman, he has the pea shooter move. His whole moveset is basically about, well, defense. When it comes to the pea shooter, you're gonna make sure that your cursor, which is the white thing on your screen, if you're on console at least, you gotta make sure that you're aiming it at someone. Because I just missed all of that. So yeah, also you can basically just shoot from high places. I don't really do that a lot, but now we're on to the EX shot. So basically, the EX shot is when you have one card. You need one card to use it, otherwise you can't use it. But this is how you use it correctly. The EX shot is pretty easy to use if you know what you're doing. Don't forget, you need one card to use EX shot, otherwise it will not work, which when I first played this game, I kinda did not know that until I actually realized that there was cards in this game. Alright, last but not least, Super Art 1. So to use Super Art 1, you need at least 5 cards, I think. No, just 4 cards to use it. So basically, you have to be very precise with it. If they're really, really close to you, it won't work. But if they're like at least a little bit far away, you can use it. If they're too far away, it won't work at all because it didn't reach them. And one thing about Mugman is don't die, basically. Like, just don't miss your EX shots, don't miss your P shooters, Don't miss your super arts. Just don't miss anything. Or else you'll die, take a lot of damage, and probably just die. But if you're juking him like I'm doing in here, you'll be good. Anyways, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. My name is That Guy Sparkling, and I'll see you in the next one.